All right, welcome. You know how sometimes you hear a sentence in English and you have to stop and think, wait, who are they actually talking about? It can get a little confusing, right? Well, it turns out English has this really neat set of words designed to fix that exact problem. So let's dive right in and figure this out.
Okay, let's look at this sentence right here. He taught him to play guitar. Now think about it for a second. Who is him? Who's the student? Is he teaching his brother, his friend, or is he actually teaching himself? As it's written, it's pretty confusing. We just can't be sure if there are two people in the story or only one. And honestly, this kind of puzzle pops up all the time in English.
So, how do we solve this? What if we want to make it super clear that the person doing the action, in this case the teaching, is the exact same person who's receiving that action? How do we say that the teacher and the student are the exact same guy?
And here's the answer. English actually has a special toolkit just for this situation. They're called reflexive pronouns. The best way to think about them is like mirror words. The action goes out from the person, hits the mirror, and reflects right back onto them. It's a really cool trick, and it's exactly what we need to solve our guitar problem.
So here they are. Let's just walk through this list together. You'll see there's a really simple pattern. For a single person, you just stick self on the end, so I becomes myself, you becomes yourself, he becomes himself, she becomes herself, and it becomes itself. Simple, right? Then, when we're talking about a group of people, we just change that ending to selves. So we becomes ourselves, you, as in a group of you, becomes yourselves, and they becomes themselves. See? Once you spot that pattern, it's actually pretty easy to remember. Okay, so we know what these words are now, but the million-dollar question is, when do you actually use them? Well, it really boils down to two main rules. Let's break them down, one by one. All right, rule number one. This is the big one, the most common reason you'll use these words. You use a reflexive pronoun whenever the subject of a sentence, the person doing the thing, is the same as the object, the person receiving the thing. The action literally bounces right back to where it started. Here's a perfect example. I cut myself while cooking. Let's break it down. Who's doing the cutting? I am. And, who got cut? I did. The person doing the action and the person receiving the action are the same. That's why we have to say myself. If you said I cut me, it would just sound really strange to a native speaker. And guess what? It works exactly the same for groups. Take this sentence. We dried ourselves with a towel. Who did the drying? We did. And who got dried? Ourselves, the whole group. Again, the doer and the receiver are the same, so that action reflects back on everyone in the group. Okay, let's move on to the second rule. This one is a little different. It's all about adding emphasis. Think of it like putting a big, bright spotlight on someone. You use a reflexive pronoun when you want to make it absolutely clear that that person and nobody else did something. For example, imagine you say this, "Don't worry, I will fix the car myself." By adding that little word, myself, you're saying so much more. You're saying, I don't need a mechanic, I don't need your help, I've got this. It adds this real punch of confidence and independence. Or how about this one? The Queen herself visited our small town. Wow. See how that word herself totally changes the feeling? It tells you this was a huge, unexpected event. It wasn't some messenger, it wasn't a lower-level official, it was the Queen in the flesh. It just highlights how special and important the moment was. All right, theory is great, but practice is where it really clicks. So, what do you say we try a few of these together? I'll pop a question up, give you a second to think about it, and then we'll go over the answer. You ready? Let's do this. Okay, first one. Be careful with that knife. You might hurt. Should that be you or yourself? The correct answer is yourself. You might hurt yourself because the person who might do the hurting, you, is the same person who might get hurt. The action reflects right back. Next up, the cat is cleaning. Is it cleaning it or itself? It's got to be itself. The cat is doing the action and the cat is receiving the action. And yep, this proves the rule works for animals and things, not just for people. And for our last one, let's circle all the way back to the very beginning. He taught blank to play guitar. So is it him or himself? The answer that clears up all the confusion is, of course, himself. He taught himself to play guitar. Boom! Just like that, with one little word, we know for sure that we're talking about just one person. No more mystery. Fantastic job with that little quiz. Seriously, you're getting the hang of this.
So, before we finish up, let's just quickly review the main takeaways. These are the key things to lock into your brain.
So, to recap, the two big rules. Number one, you use them when the subject and the object are the exact same person or thing. Think, I see myself in the mirror. Number two, you use them to add emphasis, to really stress that you did it, like I did it myself. And hey, here's a little bonus tip for you. For really common, everyday actions like washing or dressing, we usually just drop the reflexive pronoun. So you'd say, I need to dress for the party, not I need to dress myself. It's just one of those little quirks of English that's good to know. So I want to leave you with a final thought, and it uses that emphasis rule we just talked about. I want you to think about this for a minute. What is one thing you are really proud that you can do or that you have done completely by yourself?
And that's a wrap for today. Thanks so much for joining me to break this down. Keep practicing these, and we'll catch you in the next one.